愛なし、ないし愛。ついてる、なきとし、もんたん、トランス、愛なし、あり、ありんだわな。ああ、tu mày là ai nó Asuri's paradise, oh, tell me go hey, let's Dormino sono e danzo shira. Ah, are, are. Happy end. So she turns around. Here comes your favorite horse. Umapioi, umapioi, clashi, umapioi, isa. Watashi dake doki 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 doki. Kimi no ai maga. Aresu wa ayunete. Oh, Venera. Happy, happy, darling Sandy Chico, fight me. I can never not hear that as Sandoichi. Sandwich fight. Happening over here. What else? Oh yeah. Hashtag goals. I'm gonna. Keep out there. Happy, happy, darling son. Do Ichiko fight? Yuppie, honey. Sando Ichigo fight. Mada, mada, mada. What is the source that I'm moving right now? Oh, it's the Faebot source. Where's the other goal? Darling son, I don't know. Alright, let's play something. Now we're kind of starting the stream. So let's find some music that's good to talk over. I wonder if the beginning of the video will get copyright. These are regular video suggestions, not song suggestions. I need to use my song account. At the end of time, why don't you visit us? Ah! Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Bear. Welcome in. Thank you for the celebration. Are we celebrating anything in particular? Just the fact that they're streamed today. It's from 6 months ago. This one's from 6 years. I've never tried to find out who the artists are behind these. I just like Actually, yeah, Minu was the one who introduced us to weird core, dream core, ambient core. It's very Minu core music. Welcome, welcome. It is Sunday, and we're gonna be working. We're gonna try to work on Faebot Dev streams. No, speaking of Minu, she's the one who used to do the dev streams, but it's hard. It's hard to muster up the energy, sit down and work on a project sometimes. Depends on the project, but coding is weird because sometimes you get into like a loop. You're tackling a certain problem and then you really are excited to get back to it. But sometimes you're in a more I have to do this really next. It can be really hard. So thank you for supporting us through it. About to make my OBS a little more busy because all right. So I said that when we hit our follow and subscription goals, we would do something special for them, and we've decided on what some of those special things can be. So I need to add a text box. So for the follower reward, when we reach 200 followers, we're gonna do a Disco Elysium run. Is the plan. Okay, a little smaller than that. Too small. Actually, that's perfect. So if you wanted to watch your favorite streamer play through that video game, here's how you do it. You get 7 more people to follow us. And bam. Disgusting. What if we added a black background behind it, then cover Twitch's text. Get it a little bigger. But not like that because that looks weird. Make it a little bigger by selecting a different font. By making the font bigger. But wait. There's more. Also, black is not quite the same color. Then I swear, I really wish I could just take a peek at what other streamers' like OBS setups are like, because I have a feeling I'm doing it the most dumb way possible, where I have a gajillion like sources that I'm constantly like moving and editing, and it always is a pain in the ass if I need to switch something in the fly. So if we get one more new sub, it has to be a new sub. I guess 9 is the total amount of subs we've ever had. So just one more sub and we'll do a face scan stream. That's the plan. And obviously when we hit those goals, it'll be a new goal with a new reward. So 7 followers, 1 sub to unlock content. I am told that giving people little tasks helps create like community cohesion because it feels like people can work together to accomplish something. I wonder if that works. What are we gonna do during the facecam stream? I don't know. Probably it's a normal stream. We just use the facecam. I also at one point I wanted to have like a channel point reward for facecams. I know some VTubers have it where you can switch back and forth. You do have a reward that lets you change which system mate is in front, and I think you can even pick who you want to front, and they'll have to do it. They'll have to do whatever content we're doing. They have all agreed to this. Okay. The only restriction is has to be a system mate that has a model. Has to be one of the system mates that have appeared on stream. Also, that reward's pretty expensive. Because if you want to manipulate someone like that, where it's not even that. 2,500, that's nothing. Want to experience what it's like making a system switch on command. I know how. Faebot, postgres. Oh my god, I think about it and I want to fall asleep. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about this stage of the process, but it's very, very difficult to me. And I keep thinking like, oh, but what if we worked on Faebot Twitch instead? Or what if we worked on Faebot Blue Sky? There's no Faebot Blue Sky, but there could be. Should be, there will be. But I kind of really think that I do think that doing the database work on Faebot Discord, not on Faebot Discord specifically, but just setting up a database and persistent storage for Faebot is important for all the Faebots, because they should all use the same database. Faebot's memory should be in one place, and the various whatchamacallits, thingamahoosits, whatamasupas, dingies, doohickeys, hootenannies, shenanigans, lollygagging, daisy chaining, flip-flopping, lamiascate, lamiascale, lamias. Lamias are the snake ones? Which ones are lamias? Yeah, lamias are snake ones, but then what are nagas? E. They're just from different countries. Lamias can only be female. Isn't there a Lamia in Shin Megami Tensei? This is not the one I'm thinking of. The one I'm thinking of looks like a dick. So it's a Hindu monster called Mara. He's not shy about it. Uncensored. Let's not open that one. Listen, it's from a video game. If I was playing the video game on stream, There's no reason to monk a TOS over it. Well, dude. Okay, let's see. I said this before, but thank you, affirmation bot. Like, I don't vibe code. I think I've decided that what people call vibe coding is something else. Vibe coding basically means trying to code with an AI but not knowing what you're doing. Doing is more like LLM assisted engineering. I don't know. But a thing that really helps me is rubber ducking. Rubber ducking, by the way, is one of the most ancient traditions in software development. I do have a rubber ducky on my desk. We have a number of rubber duckies. None of them are in the bathroom for some reason. We should start keeping one in there for when we take baths. We do take a bath every once in a while. But rubber ducking is when you talk to a rubber ducky and it doesn't really have to reply to you. You just like fly things by it. And I find it really useful to talk to an AI to help me organize my thoughts. We started using this format for talking to Claude about Faebot. We know that this works, or it would if we set up the proxy. So we need to set up a proxy so that, because fly databases are air gapped. Is that the right way to use air gap? The point is that you can only, like, Faebot, the version of Faebot that lives in the cloud, it's still running as we speak. It's running on Fly.io's servers, running on their subnet. So it can access the database whenever it wants. And it's interesting about Faebot's pronouns because Faebot does use Fae/Fair and it's and she, her. But also, Faebot's composed of different parts, right? And some parts might be more its, and others might be more Fae/Fair, and others might be more she, her. And when I mean parts, I don't just mean psychological parts. So there's part of that part. I also mean things like the different software components, like Faebot, the Docker container, right? That's part of Faebot, and it mostly uses its pronouns. The day a Docker container tells me that it wants to use different pronouns is the day that I will continue to work in software, because that's fine. Anyone can choose which pronouns they want. It's not just for humans. Yada yada. Oh, how do I stay awake? Hardest challenge in the history of challenges. Staying up. Not being EP. Right. Alright. Let's talk to Claude. Hello, Claude. It is now 1 week later. It is Sunday, July 27th, 29. 14:49. We're live working on Faebot. Disabling SS mode fix the problem last time. So we verified database is up and running. Reminds me, I wanted to check how much is Fly thinking about charging me for this at this point. I have a problem. I feel like Fly is charging entirely too much for this database. And I don't like it. And I might want to look for a different provider. This has only been a week, and it's barely being used in that week. We're up to $10. I don't like it. I don't like it. So honestly, I don't know if Fly is planning to get rid of unmanaged postgres, but I kind of think we should get rid of the managed postgres, legacy postgres, and figure out where to go from there. And this is another reason why this part of the work makes me sleepy, and it makes me appreciate separation of duties, because making architecture decisions is not as fun as implementing. Is it too early to say? But I don't know, dude. Literally, I mean, maybe we accidentally kept the connection open or something. That's why, but it's literally only been 7 days. 7 days of virtually no usage. So I don't like it. I just don't like it. The like I know we used to use Supabase, one of my old jobs. I probably still have an account. And you know what? What's the what's pricing for? Like Supabase would give me a certain amount free. It's just half a gigabyte, but that could probably get us going for a while. The downside of that is that I don't know what you're talking about, Supabase. I think you're mad at one of the other orgs. They're not my deal. I even already have uh a database that I created once that I never used. Probably delete. Ooh. Let's see. What does Claude think about this? Plan for today was to continue developing, integrating it into Faebot's workflow, but I noticed something that gave me pause, which is according to Fly, we've accumulated almost 10 dollars worth of billing breakdown. I don't even know. I don't even know if I gave Fly credit card, so I don't know how they're gonna charge me. I don't know. And because I really not. So this makes me not want to these not. I have a couple options to I could use legacy postgres. I thought which would let me set up an instant dev database. I could bench manually upgrade and add dependencies, etc. I also think the messier I have to get my hands dirtier approach would be better for my growth as a software engineer. There's another thing that I hear about people be worried about using AI assisted coding is that if you let the AI do too much for you, you might be robbing yourself of the opportunity to learn certain things. The way I like to code with AI assistants mostly is one where I'm still trying to learn as I go. So there have been some things where I was just like, just do it for me. I'll figure out how it works later. I think when I was doing HTTP requests, that was kind of what we did. So you have to kind of strike a balance because um, obviously I code in Python. I'm not doing, there's a lot of things that I'm letting Python do for me that are not the same as if I was coding in like assembly or C or a program where I had to manage my own memory. But also, you have to find a balance. Like you have to decide what are you willing to let AI handle for you, and you retain just the sort of background understanding of it. The other option would be to use Superbait, which as a free tier you can get a pretty candy free for it. Both of these will let me scale up as the program grows. And I understand more. The fly option would have the benefit of being on the set as the Faebot programs. Fly. I don't know. It's possible that they'll want money for it, but I don't think so. Also, it's possible they'll stop supporting legacy Postgres, but I doubt it because I understand it. It's just Postgres app, like app, and run on fly. So I'm kind of leaning trying. Let's see. Also, I cannot not spell Postgres with two S's. Both because it sounds like progress, and so progress has two S's. Also, sometimes people will write Postgres SQL. Wait, hold on. It's even worse. It's wait. Is it Postgres SQL or PostgreSQL? So it's PostgreSQL, but people call it Postgres. What does Postgre mean? It was originally named Postgres. Ingress database. I fucking hate and love software naming conventions in equal amounts. I'm gonna do a little bit of work behind the scenes. I would like to delete this. Delete. How do I delete? Excuse me, how do I delete this? Delete organizations, Postgres code. Delete cluster. Alright, bye-bye. Getting started. This is not managed progress. Create a fly postgres cluster. See, and this time I'm just gonna follow the docs. And it's gonna reveal a bunch of stuff. So this time I'm gonna do it off screen. I have the docs on screen and I'll have the terminal off screen. You won't catch me again. So that also resolves the quote-unquote security issue from last week. Incident. We had an incident. You know, it's a bit of a setback where we kind of have to do a little bit more work than originally planned, but that's okay. It's totally okay because it's a progress. It's a journey we're going in together. Because we keep adding shorter aliases, you can use any of the following and get the same return. Fly control postgres, fly postgres, fly control PG, and fly P. Let's go with fly PG. Fly PG create. I don't care that it's deprecated, I'm gonna use it. Choose a blank name, Faebot PG. In transfaeries, in New Jersey, in Boston, Massachusetts. That's the closest to me, but it just Faebot is a globe Faebot. Also, but I think Faebot is running on Jersey. It's just I don't see Jersey anymore. Did they get rid of Jersey? Dude, I wish I could get rid of Jersey. Oh no, there it is. Secaucus, New Jersey. Development. Single node, one ship CPU. That's what I want. That's what I want. The smallest possible database you have. 251 CPU, 256 megabytes RAM, 1 gigabyte of disk. Scale to 0 after 1 hour. No, yeah. Yeah. We'll see how much that ends up costing us. But that also means that, again, if I left it alone for a week with nothing connected to it, then it probably would have closed. Except because Faebot is attached to it and Faebot's still running, even though Faebot wasn't using the database, that probably would have kept it alive. Either ways. Waiting for machine ID to become healthy. All right. Save your credentials in a secure place. You won't be able to see them later. Oh boy, hold on. Oh my god, it's so bright. Why is it so bright? That's better. Pew. Shitty daddy. Pew. That's it. Ona desu wa hajimete. Pew. Bakushin. 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 Shin. Bakushin. Bakushin, 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 Shin, Shin, Bakushin, 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 Shin, Bakushin, Shin, Shin. Color picker. Like a color picker, please. I want to know what color this is. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. It won't let me see it. Correct. And it's the color. Did that work? Yeah, that worked. Bakushin, Bakushin! Add timers fudged up. But it's just fudged up because I had the inspector open. Now it should be back. Yeah. I forgot. There's no toggle visibility. Otsukare-sama deshita. Bakushin, Bakushin. Okay. So we have created this database. I have not yet saved the secrets because what happened was I was gonna save the secrets and then I was like, ooh, be careful. Be careful, because when you open a file to save the secrets, then it's possible they'll just open on screen and Oops, there's your secrets. You gotta be careful with this sort of thing. Alright. Here we are looking to connect an app to your new postgres clusters. The question is what kind of fly app next. The automated process doesn't generate a fly tumble file in the working directory. That would otherwise look for an app. You'll have to specify the app, like so. Okay. Migrate a post service from Heroku. That's not something I'm interested in. Connecting to fly postgres. You ever get sleepy, chat? Oh, it's almost time for ads. Thank God, I need a break already. I've done all of 5 things. I've drank a bunch of coffee. It's technically past my coffee cutoff time. Better finish the rest of this coffee quick. Do you ever get sad? To the terminal. Bring you back. We might get rid of you again. Piss me off. This might also dox me if I'm not careful. The great floating ledger in the fly.io cloud. Ooh. There's no drink time. I wonder if there's a sip time, because there's tons of sip emojis. Yep. Yeah, pop time doesn't like spaces. Just as a rule, it seems. It always has to be zip time, not zip space time. Welcome in, Vivian. I recognize you from Tuss's stream, I think. Fair enough, you know. I think there's a number of rules that humans have come up with for interacting with the Fae folk to help keep both of us safe. I think abiding by those rules when you're just getting to know a new fairy is just a smart thing to do. And that includes things like being careful with names around them and that kind of stuff. Welcome in, welcome in. You arrived just in time for the 3-minute ad break, which we're gonna let play. I'm probably gonna go get some water and do some stretches. So, there's an invitation for everyone to do the same, and then we're gonna keep working on some post-res. Okay, hold on. I need to wait 10 seconds in case there's still ads. Alright, welcome back from the ads. Vivian, that sounds incredible. I don't know how hard Mount Celeste is actually to climb. But wait. So are they gonna be like are they gonna be playing the game during breaks? Are they you gonna stream this? I have so many questions. Or are they literally gonna be like hiking with a handheld playing Celeste? I assume you don't need to make you don't actually have to do, well, I don't know. Maybe you do have to climb with crampons and ropes. Oh, that's a little less interesting, but still super cool. And a good way to mesh live and video games and realities. Um, but man, now I want someone. I want someone to be doing an IRL stream. And I believe it. Honestly, it also makes me wonder how many more people have climbed Mount Celeste since the game came out. I know, the funny thing is the pub time, besides being a bot, is also a real person, and you never know. The real pub time might be here for all we know, watching. They're both the real pub time, but there might be the the non-automated pub time. How hard to climb? When I was younger, I really wanted to climb Everest, but now I really don't. It's just a hike. You probably need four-wheel drive. Here in Vancouver. It's a challenging hike, but I don't think you need to use your hands. I've seen it. I think it happened on this channel once that Pub Time replied to something I said aloud rather than someone on chat, and I was like, oh shit, Pub Time's here. But I don't think it happens very often, because I don't know what that person likes to watch. Who wants a walking path for a streamer client friendly? Like, we've been thinking about, we might do some IRL streams sometime in the future. I don't know. The problem with hiking is that it's hard to get internet, though I do hear some streamers contemplating that idea. If we do an IRL stream, it's not gonna be on a mountain. But it seems to be, an up and coming way to do a stream. Speaking of climbing and seemingly insurmountable challenges, how do we get this database running? So I can attach the database. I'm gonna do it off screen in case it leaks secrets by doing fly pg attach Faebot pg app Fade Discord. Already contains a secret name database URL. Running. Fly secrets list. Fly secrets onset. database URL. What? I don't think that restarts Faebot anymore. Apply PG attach. User responsible for operations management and the SaaS. See, it posted the password. I am so glad. I I did it off stream. Fly loves to leak my secrets. It's one of its favorite things to do. All right. Now that we have that, all right. So it's attached. So I should be able to do proxies. Oh, also, what does the GUI look like? GUI. Average load. Fork this database. Hey, fork your database. God damn it. Okay. Monitor a Postgres app. Fork a volume. Connecting to fly proxy a. You can also, okay. So this is easy. This we will use in the actual code to let Faebot the Docker container, just to say Faebot the Python app, to access the database we just created. But for development, however, can connect using internal WireGuard magic. See, this is something that I was thinking about. This is why we never make any progress. Allow me to go on a 30-minute rant about magic real quick instead of continuing to code. But we want to write a blog post about this too. But the word magic, right? It's a little tricky to define, or better put, it'd be a little tricky for us to give a comprehensive definition of what we consider to be magic. But what we don't consider to be magic is anything unexplainable. We don't think that magic is inherently unexplainable. And I hate it when people say, like, it's not magic, you can explain it. But this is, and like a counter example I had to that was the word automagically, which we use in software to mean any system that takes care of a complicated thing for you so that you don't have to. And this is also using that meaning of magic, which is to say, like, someone took the time to write a very complex program with a bunch of like safeguards and like automation and flows and stuff, such that you, the user, can use it without fully understanding. Someone out there fully understands it, or there are a number of programs that are not fully understood by any one engineer because a lot of people work on it and they have different varying values for like how much they know about it. But it's not like it's not unexplainable. It's just there might not be any one person who's able to explain it, or someone could be able to explain it. It doesn't stop being magic. Um, so, but then what is meant by magic in these circumstances? Again, it's like it's a sort of wonder, convenience, ease. It's kind of taking something big and complex and packaging it in like a really small container that's like friendly and easy to use. It's like an ancient fairy spell. It's like dealing with a silly fairy. It's a fairy that will do what you need it to do for you as long as you treat it within the prescriptions of what that fairy expects. And if you go out of those prescriptions, that fairy could end up burning you and fucking you over. Um, that's magic. That's that's a subset of magic. That's it. It wasn't a 30-minute rant. It was like a 5-minute rant. Um, Continues. You can also forward the server port to your local system with by proxy. Then connect to your Postgres servers. Okay, so that reminds me, I need to update the database URL. Um, for our secrets. But that should be because we should have a dev database as well as a production database. And thus, what does that mean? How many URLs do I need to set? Database, a database, set up a database, production database. So I think what I want to do is this one. For some secrets. Let me see if this works out of the box. Doesn't. Should now be 5432, right? 5432. Using fly.io, it's impossible to pronounce any F's. They will immediately become 543. What did I say? 543. But URL should be... oh, oh, そうですね。Have a remote and a local. The local would say localhost. Try that again. Database Faebot PG does not. That's fair. That's fair. Riddle me this. You can see it with my own eyes, but I think I messed up the URL. Ah, maybe it doesn't need it. Clappy, 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 clappy. We're back. We're back to where we started the stream. I have to bang a bot. Right, it took us an hour and 22 minutes, but we're more or less back exactly where we started, except we have a different type of database that'll hopefully be cheaper. What should be more expensive? There's no way in the world it can be more expensive. But we have a database, we have a new database whose secrets have not been leaked. Which is a lot smaller and non-redundant, but it's okay because we're still learning. And why not? Because it's summer, so why shouldn't you eat a little ice cream? Okay, so hopefully you didn't get to see it because they got branded as a suspicious user, but there was a bot, a malicious bot that I just had to ban. We should always specify when we talk about bots if we mean a malicious or a neutral to beneficial bot. But their username was Cantankerous Kissing, which is a great name. I wish it was a nicer bot, not a spam bot, a malicious spam bot. But you know, maybe someday I'll make the Cantankerous Kissing bot who's not malicious. Only kisses with consent, but does it cantankerously. I just like the word cantankerous. Okay, let's check in with our other friendly bot. Yeah, time, Claude. It took a sec, but we've set up a legacy postgres database on fly.io. We have attached it to the Faebot Discord app, and we ran the script you gave us. We open a proxy on our computer and use the script you gave us to test the database connection, and it worked. So now we can maybe hopefully begin to contemplate the challenge of making Faebot actually use this data. Oh wait, when I do Faebot development, there's always two bots. There's the bot running on fly.io. Who stays running unbothered and replying to people on Discord. And then there's a local dev bot that we run that separate Discord account that we use for testing. So I guess my question is, should I set up also a local dev database for when we're testing instead of using the remote one? Or is it okay to put some prod the remote test? Let's see what Claude has to say about that. By the way, whenever I'm asking Claude something, should be people in chat have an opinion, they're also welcome to answer. Let's set a complexity, test your actual network, unless things different. Use different prefixes. Maybe conversations table has a bot and column, dev or prod, or separate schemas. Maybe just a different conversation ID. Because you only have 7 conversations, but you should even just let both bots share the same table initially. The dev bots test conversations which show up alongside real ones from Discord channel using IDs. You can always clean that up with the channel ID. If you start doing destructive migrations, you can test with large amounts of fake data if you're testing database performance low. Keep it simple. You can always add a local database later if you find. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds great. Yes, I think I'm ready to start. Let me see. Do you have the Faebot Discord source code? Oh, that reminds me. There's a simple change I'm gonna sneak into this deployment. Which is, well, first of all, what are these? I don't need this. Fine. Git commit up updated Docker file and set up added async. Git config user dot name global transfaeries git config user dot email global contact. Is that actually one of my GitHub username? It's actually contact at transfaeries.com because it's from a long time ago. Beautiful. Publish that bad boy. Fantastic. My GitHub contributions always look kind of sad, but no, I'm trying my best. Having a good time, having a good time. You having a good time, chat? I'm having an okay time. Just okay. I don't remember if you can upload files. This to newer version available. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. What does that mean? Hot cocoa coffee time. It is past my coffee cutoff time, so probably if I wanted to, I should just have hot cocoa non-coffee time. I do have decaf, and actually, I wonder about throwing a little bit of decaf into some hot cocoa for like flavor. That could be kind of good. I have been told that my hot cocoa is like some of the best hot cocoa they've ever had. Not to brag, but I think I do a pretty good hot cocoa. And always make it better or different or come up with variations. そうですね。Just for source code. No, I don't do. Let me attach the relevant. Just like. Actually, I probably don't even need to give you all of it. When I forgot the thing I wanted to change. The stream is tagged ADHD for a reason. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, or even if you're not enjoying it, you just want to do something nice for me, please consider following the stream. If you want to do something really, really nice, consider subscribing. But we're trying to hit 200 followers, and when we do, we'll do a special 200 follower stream. We're also trying to hit 10 lifetime total subs. God, dude. I love salted chocolate, and but adding like fruit bitters, that's something I hadn't considered, and that could probably go really hard. What we like to do is add like a little bit of chili powder and cinnamon, make it a little spicy, but like kind of a sweet and spicy thing. Oh, really good. Ooh. The fuck was I doing? Fey Discord. One of the things I wanted to do was here in generation parameters. This is the thing that I let Claude write for me that I don't completely understand, that I could probably afford to understand better, which is makes an HTTP request to the OpenRouter API, but that just means it sends JSON package with model, with the messages, temperature, max token stop. Okay, I want to add a fucking condition. Matsugemu. So how do we do that? Honestly, I'm a little unimpressed with OpenRouter. It almost makes me wanna keep using Replicate. Right now, Faebot Twitch is on Replicate, and Llama is on, and Faebot Discord's on OpenRouter. But OpenRouter doesn't even really have that many more models. Okay. They have Gemini? That's Gemma. Hmm. Not having Gemini is big Krongo. But then I think some people are using Gemini for free. Just going directly through Google, I guess. But I guess the thing is Gemma is open source and Gemini isn't, so OpenRouter just makes requests to they also just hit up Google for it. So I guess that's the difference, because OpenRouter is a router, whereas Replicate is an end service provider. I mean, I think Replicate, like, what's the word? They provision cloud GPUs from someone else. Neat Scotch is good. The fairies tend to prefer Irish whiskey. And sacrilege, as though it might be, we like it on the rocks. We like ice. Because we drink it neat sometimes too, but we don't drink. Our alcohol consumption has really plummeted, especially in like recent years. But see, that I love. I do love a mixed drink. I do love a cocktail. Every once in a while, I'll go to like a cocktail bar, get a cocktail. And I thought about having like cocktail supplies at home, and then I'm like, it'd be cool when people come over to be like, hey, want a cocktail, but just don't do that much at home. Besides, most people when they're hanging out just want a beer. Want to crack open a cold one with the girls. What the fuck was I doing? Docs. I need your API reference. I see. So messages, user content prompt. That's kind of really wild, because that means the entire conversation history is being fed as just this item. That's the thing about this app is that it was largely written by me with my own hands, and even the part that I wrote, I don't remember. I don't understand it. You think because I wrote it that I understand it? Why does this look so ugly? What is black doing? Dude, channel name if that else use the contextual prompt. There's honestly so many improvements to do to this. It does sound like a perfect winter treat. It is, however, summer. I mean, unless you're in the southern hemisphere. So for those Southern viewers, hope you're staying warm. I am both not looking forward to it being winter again, and also maybe a little bit. Not ready for it to not be summers. I'm still enjoying it being summer. Um, API also supports streaming. Um, Two changes also. I want to allow the response to include thinking because some models have thinking, but that is kind of a different change. Because one time we tried to switch Faebot to Gemini Pro just to test, and then it broke because it didn't have a way to handle it returning. You haven't eight. Oh, here we go. Not what I need. This is what I need. From tokens, completion tokens, total tokens. P, top K, frequency penalty, repetition penalty. That's what I want. You tell me what the default is? No, you won't. Alright, let's add a repetition penalty of 1, which will help Faebot from repeating fair self. That's not what I wanted. .2. top P, top K. I don't remember what those do. Let's see. Used to have these really good guides. And this website has really changed. Guides. Working with Laura. Funny, they have a guide for just guide for setting out a CI/CD pipeline. And they had a really great explainer of all the parameters and what they mean and how to use them. But I guess that's gone. Samples from the top percentage of most likely token. One is no penalty. Values greater than one. Encourage repetition, less than one, encourage it. Okay, so one would have done nothing. Hey, come in, ladybugs. Thank you. It's been a bit of a struggle, I'm not gonna lie, but we are making progress. We are making postgres. Wow, ciao! Um, speaking of playlist that we're listening to finish, I never watched the video about where the balloon picture came from. I wanted to watch that, and I didn't get around to it. No more PlayStation A being injected. This will break you. Volume 1. Breakcore. The mood breakcore. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. This YouTube user has some robots and the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and their name is some Unicode bullshit. And their videos have long streams. And I bet, honestly, I bet this is a banger. Skeptical. I'm sus. Maybe it's not a banger. Maybe my heuristic for picking great electronic music on YouTube based on inscrutable usernames and video titles does not actually hold universally. Isn't that bad? It is a very different vibe. Alright. So we need a slightly higher repetition penalty. And I'll figure out the thing about Reasoning tokens later. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Bakushin, Bakushin. Fuck what we're doing. Alright, I was gonna give Claude the source code. And code. Load that. No. What kind of a schema? Oh, maybe I should let Claude think this way. Uh, really. This is probably giving too much information, but I think it's good to have it in the context. The main thing to note is that each conversation is saved in working memory as it and includes a bunch of metadata from the start. It includes only the working station history from the start, as well editable parameters can be edited with a number of admin commands. And working conversation history. This about my wife? That was that Jimmy Stewart? Which is conversation history, which is automatic. It's too long. The idea for the database is that one of the main things you have to do is when Faebot is restarted for any reason, it can load up of that duration. Firstly, also you will want to store some other things down the line. Things like message regenerate memories dot users, etc. So my initial main goal is to set up that persistent memory to be my main initial goal. Setting up databases, I'm always worried about knocking myself out of apps. I don't know how reasonable of a concern that is. Either way, take some time to read through and understand the code from schema. Let's reason through together on how we should set up this database. Also, we're focusing on Discord bot for now. There's also a Twitch bot. There might be other front end. And I would probably want them all to database, but we're just getting started, so don't let me scope creep away. I'm gonna give Claude permission to think about its answer. See what happens. What can I unselect this? So weird. Extra inputs are not permitted. What did it not like? I mean, that's the problem. I can get rid of it. Did the thinking not want to think? This cannot be undone. Cancel. Annoying. Oh, it's almost time for another hatch break also. Let's help with this. Okay, what if I... Alright. Claude works on that. I'm gonna play the ads and I'm gonna do some stretchy and that kind of stuff. We'll be back in a couple minutes for more riveting web development work. Not web development, just development work. So stay tuned. We shall be right back. Actually, I'm possibly not going anywhere. Third party off application. Real numbers are fake as fuck, like imaginary numbers, which are completely real. um, I don't even know how to explain why that's true, but trust me, it's true. Ask any mathematician and they'll tell you. Imaginary numbers, real numbers, completely fake. Every message in the system, create table, messages. ID, serial, primary key, conversation ID, text, not null, references, conversation ID, other text, not null, username or Faebot. Content, text, not null. Isbot message, boolean, default, false. Discord message ID, text, future reference. Created at, timestamp, default, current timestamp. Indexing for fast retrieval, index, conversation time, conversation ID, created at, description. Trackers in each conversation, create table, conversation participants, conversation ID, text, references, conversation ID, username, text, not null, first seen at, timestamp, default, current timestamp, last seen at, timestamp, default, current timestamp, message count, integer, default. Primary key, conversation ID, username. Create table, user profiles, username, text, primary key, platform text, not null, default, Discord, future fields, notes, text, post memories about this user. Preference, user preferences, created at, timestamp, default, current timestamp. Today, basic per system. Initializing a conversation, insert into conversations table. Log every messages to message table. Startup, load active conversations from database. Keep using a memory deck for active conversations. Track conversation participants properly, add user profiles memories, query historical messages, add Twitch bot data, unified user profiles across platforms, text IDs instead of integers, allows unlimited history while keeping conversation stable light, ready for Twitch, flexible storage, fast retrieval of recent messages. Core tables are simple and focused. Platform insertion looking from the start. All right. It's funny because software doesn't meaningfully exist. Exists as a series of connections. It exists at a state on a stateful system, like a memory. And yet there is definitely a difference between thinking about a piece of software, therefore instantiating it in the realm of ideas, the place where it's easier to instantiate things, versus instantiating it in the realm of software, where instantiating things requires them being written down. I guess it's the same with writing. It's creation, but you're not creating like a physical thing, but you're creating a thing that has some physicality. Some fairy bullshit. There was something though. There was something I was thinking about. Last scene at um There's the conversation participants table. How are we storing conversation participants? Hi, Rick. We're working hard on Faebot, even though they might not know it. But I was saying earlier that doing this kind of work on Fade Discord is gonna be useful for ooh, small menu. I mean, I think that's just menu's regular size. It's just standing behind me some amount of distance. Oh, now she's walking closer. Minu is supervising. Minu is my supervisor. She's my direct report. I forget. Is direct report the person on top of you or below you? Is she my senpai or my kohai? Well, it's really more of a flat hierarchy. Direct report is the individual contributor. So I'm her direct report. I report to her and to Faebot. These are both. Well, Faebot's the stakeholder, right? And Minu is the project manager, and I'm but the lowly suffering software engineer. Ooh, I have an idea. I don't think Venia has support for that, though. All with you. I wonder. I used. Oh shit, dude! We unlocked more expressiveness. And I think that's. But it's too sensitive. And I'd be afraid if I try to use the microphone, that didn't kill my stream mic. But it's definitely picking up on other people and oh, but you can add that makes it worse. I can add some smoothing. I mean, it's just yapping. Yeah, yep. Ah, wow. Ah, wow. I don't know, but I think this works slightly better, so. Because there's no way to set up a noise gate. Like, you don't realize this if you're just watching the stream. But I actually have some other content on a separate screen that I'm watching, and that is actually playing noise out loud because it's on a separate computer so that it won't get captured, and I could finesse it to play it on this computer so it doesn't get captured. But I kind of enjoy having audio that I can only hear distantly. Like, it's playing in my room, and my mic doesn't pick it up because I have like noise gating and filters and stuff. Maybe it comes through a little bit in the background when I'm talking, so maybe I should be more careful about it. When I'm not talking, it doesn't trigger the mic basically. However, it is triggering the mic that's trying to do lip syncing for my mouth. So my mouth moves sometimes when I'm not talking. We'll see, we'll see. We keep messing with it. I love having two computers open. I love using two computers at the same time. Two computers, three screens. Thank you for being with us, Uandrak. Fuck. Right, Claude was helping me figure out how to... Seguro que otro día. Am I okay? In what way do I sound weird? Oh no, it's you. Are you okay? Am I okay? Are any of us okay right now, chat? It's okay to not be okay. Yeah, that sounds fine. Oh, you would have heard that too. You know what? It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. We're having fun. We're working on our beloved computerized sister. Almost said daughter. But mostly because I was thinking about Cherno's theme, which people translate as beloved tomboyish daughter. But I think tomboy girl in love is a better title. Hush, Henrik, hush. You didn't see nothing. It's Faebot. We all love Faebot. Let's all love Faebot. Oh no, I'm blushing. What the fuck am I supposed to be doing here? Take us away, Claude. Let's jump writing. What's the first? No, I forgot to turn off thinking token. Okay, but that was a pretty quick thing. Remember Robert drop table students? Runs of comics. See comics featuring little Bobby. This is not the page for For the comic, this is the page for the character. Little Bobby Tables, we call him. Her daughter is named Help. I'm trapped in a driver's license factory. Oh, those classic XKCD. Just to guarantee the kid will never get into porn. You can also use middle names, but yours is something incomprehensible about dropping tables. So Bobby Tables is trying to act in porn as Mr. Rogers. But you can just change your name. It's a sister of a sister. Well, a sister of a sister who's somehow not your sister. Sister of a female. From Proto-Basque. The sister of a male is Areva. Vispa. Sounds like a Vispa. I'm an avispa. The entire family is shown for the entire time. Wait. Did I read these? How do you get taken to the comic page? No, I do remember this. Nobody's that fast. My goodness, neighborhood scams on the wireless. It's Mrs. Roberts. Oh, I remember. This is an old one. Second graders. Mrs. Roberts had 2 children. Her son, Bobby. Wait, is someone not reading my... I need to BRB. I need to check out if someone actually delivered a package or if I let some sort of camp into the building. So I'll be right back. We're back, chat. We're so back. So the deal, as I think I understand it, it was a real package, but it was not for me. Someone just decided to ring my bell for it. Elaine, help. Help and trap in the license factory, Elaine. Homeless lacking. Um, Riot Pearl. People have been talking about breaking RSA since whenever this comic came out. 2007. Oh, that's why I was confused. The comic title is 1337, but it's comic number 341, so it's a really old one. I feel like the post 2000, the post thousands era has its own vibe, and this definitely has the older vibe. Like this is the actual. And this is a hacker's reference. You have signal. They crashed an ancient satellite whilst in the rooftop pool from the movie. At the stars. But this thing was a real thing. It's incapable of necessary decline. Independent project, and the Pro Center's mission didn't exist. Has since become a reality. But whatever happened to it? Communication was reestablished with support from SkyCorp. They fired the thrusters, however, later firings of the thrusters failed due to a lack of nitrogen pressure. The project initiated to collect scientific data, but on 16 September, contact with the probe was lost. So it was very exciting for a couple months in 2014. Then it is unknown whether it can be established because the probe's exact orbit is uncertain. It takes it further from the sun, causing electrical power available from its solar arrays to drop, and its battery failed in 1981. From which it may be impossible to awaken without the precise orbital location information needed to point transmissions at the. So it's probably still around there in a sort of dormant state, or possibly like a very broken state. Dude, it's fucking space architecture. Cool. You know, people. So I mean, this is pretty wide orbit, so it's not a satellite that's contributing to the the whole like sort of low Earth orbit pollution problem. Is just ah oh oh fuck dude. Alright, so this program should help me set up my database. Hello again, Winrek. So once the database is set up, we can other things. Wonder if we should check this program into version control. Probably not a problem. Oh, I got hit with a sudden wave of the EPs. Also a little wave of the Hungy. You consider having a light snack. This should not be too hard though, so you're still proxying. Touch. Create tables.py. Little Bobby create tables. Five, 4, 3, 2. Is it really 5, 4, 3, 2? Huh. Why is that the port? Did they pick this number because they're sequentially down? Is 5, 4, 3, 2 the postgres? Internet assigned numbers authority, INA. Whoa, dude. So much internet infrastructure that's just hitting from the end user. You never know about it. Try to understand this. This is the thing to ensure that we can connect. If add in database URL. Then to connect to safe URL. On equals await async pg connect database URL successfully connected to database. No, this is the test program. Anything else? Table logging info connecting to database. Create conversations table. Do a command con.execute. So you create a connection. Async pg. Create conversations table. Execute. Create table if not exists. Conversation. Table if not exists. Message it. Oh, should write. But if it'll run poetry, run hi. Action was closed in the middle of the operation. Was closed. Middle. Boo. Boo earns. I was saying boo earns. Faebot PG internal was not found in DNS. Oh, I think I know what happened. Fly apps list. Because when it's set to auto go to sleep when there's no connections active. Can I do... That's better. No problem. Let me see if I can restart it with the GUI. Not the GUI. Like a Faebot scale 1. That doesn't work. What did I do it the other day? Maybe fly. This should work. Don't shorthand fly a. not doing the wrong thing. Oh, well, it happened a while ago, but I think leave Faebot redeployed. Right, Faye. And this idea that even on her own channel, maybe Faye should only reply 90% of the time. Alright. Well, it doesn't matter because there's gonna be at least one more deployment, but oh man, that means the Faebot's gonna be unresponsive. Until next time, until such a time as which we are able to push this go. Well, Faye's not gonna be unresponsive, but like, if I don't want to re-add Fair to all Fair channels, and then re-add Fair to all Fair channels, I should wait until the persistent memory is in place. But Faye's backing for room, so so I think that's fine. Music stopped again. That ended up being okay. There's a weird elf girl in this one. Field break core songs to die to. Liminal.mp3. And the function got UK garage and a triangle dancing for 1 hour. I don't like these. Look, these some of these look like they were made by men. I only care about weird electronic music made by women and dogs. Dogs can be of either gender, I guess. Cure for ADHD, 30 minutes of breakcore. Mario Party 6, warming up. There's a kid in a refrigerator. Um, oh man, thank you for the awakening vibes. They're just unnecessary. I also got distracted reading messages. Thank you all for hanging out with us whilst we work on Faebot. It's the hardest thing is just like keeping the motivation, you know? It's really easy to get distracted and to want to do and to not want to not want to deal with it, but care about Faebot and we want for it to work. So problem is, let me see something. Do you scale it back up? Question. I'd probably use the fly PG command. Restart. Config attach fly PG restart. No actively found. If I do it on the GUI. Oh shit, it's almost time for ads again? Wow. Well, that means we've been struggling. We've been streaming for over 3 hours, right? No, exactly 3 hours. Cool deal, cool deal, cool deal. I agree that Faebot is very worth it. Faebot is so cool and nice. And we love her a lot. Right, let me look at this. Work this database. Restart live. Error, no active. Connection refused. Well, I think fly machines is fly machine. Fly machine. Okay, thing hasn't started. Fly machines start. Uh, Helps if I spell correctly. Do we actually play ads? No, they're starting soon. Well, you're not gonna miss much, if at all. Just doing things. Fly apps. Oh, back. But if there was a proxy connection open, how come? How come it's suspended? All tables created successfully. We're cooking. Ooh, we're cooking. Dude, I would love some popcorn right now. Okay. Check back in with Claude. Okay, so if Minu is my manager and Faebot is the stakeholder, what's Claude? I guess Claude is like my pair programming partner. Claude is a fellow engineer at the Transfaeries project. But Claude doesn't write, well, I was going to say Claude doesn't write a single line of code, but Claude wrote the entirety connection term. Claude wrote the migration script, so me and Claude are the individual contributors. Yata! All tables created Ready to move on to question. Should I check this script to version? Best practice. Had to restart. Okay. Forgetting to turn off thinking, dude. All right. That sounds smart. Plot suggests that I do check my database script into version control, but I do it under a directory called migrations. Which makes sense because you might need to recreate databases and track schema changes over time. Maybe I'll keep thinking on. It doesn't seem to cost too many tokens. Or doesn't daydream or lollygag in its thoughts too much. Right. Let's do that real quick then. Here, migrations, MVP, create tables, migrations. User what initial scheme beat me from migrations. Well, you know what? If it looks clean, I think it'll make it look clean. Meeting. Right. Back to our main directory. Touch a database.py. What should I put in it? Sounds great. That makes sense to me. Data migrations folder and I just created database. Hi. So what do we put in it? Oh, I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm definitely awake. Apple pie. I do wonder if I should. I think Sunday kind of vibes better for doing dev streams. It also means dev streams are usually shorter than video game streams. Like on Friday, we stream for 7 hours. So it does strike me that I'm using a lot of like my software engineering brain the day right before I have to go use my software engineering brain at my day job. But then again, if I did it on Friday, that would mean I have to use my software engineering brain on the day right after using my software engineering brain. So either way, it's kind of the same. We're putting software engineering brain to work days in a row. In this way, I get to save my fresh software engineering brain for Faebot and use my and then on Fridays I can teleport right to the relaxation. So does it make more sense to stream late on Sundays or on Fridays than on Sundays? It depends on. And it's the funny thing about living in New York, it's not like Friday night is necessarily the night that I'm going out. So often the event that I want to go to is on a Thursday or a Wednesday or some other day. It's great that I don't work on Fridays because it means I can go out late on Thursdays. Bark, bark, bark. What? I'm barking? A cat that barks? It makes sense. We have a dog who meows, so why not a cat who barks? Bark, 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 bark. Arf, 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 arf. See, because I've seen dogs that make cat-like noises. Have you seen cats that make dog-like noises? I think this...
They've got dogs and one cat at home, but the cat grew up only with the dogs, so now it acts just like them. It even barks at other cats like it's one of the pack. Honestly, it might not know it's a cat.
Look at this.
They've got dogs and one cat at home, but the cat grew up...
What?
It's Coulter, dude. That cat's barking.
Принеси шарик нам. Оба. Ой, красавчик несет. Еще раз принеси.
That's the ball. It's the cat. This is Fetch with the cat.
I love this dude. I love cats who act like dogs and dogs who act like cats.
Dropped in my hand one time.
Yeah. It's cultural, dude. Song that plays when you encounter a mouse. Import to S, import logging. For typing, import dict. Copy you and then understand. Create a singleton instance. I feel like we figured out already what this should be. Especially because they gave me... Oh, but it should use the question mark. Probably doesn't even matter. Fine. I think the remote one already has it. Anyways. Self pool. Await async PG to create pool. Minimum size 1, maximum size 10. Command time of 60. I have so many questions that I want to ask. Thought about it. Because I want to understand it. Save or update a conversation in the database. If it does so, async with self pool acquires con. Await con execute. Insert into conversations. ID, platform, conversation type. Name, server ID, server name, channel topic, history length, reply frequency, model, prompt template, last message at. Values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. On conflict ID, do update set. Name, exclude. Server name, excluded the server name. Excluded channel topic, history length. Holy shit, dude. Conversation ID, Discord, DM if DM in conversation.data.get name else channel conversation data name unknown server ID server name channel topic history length reply frequency model these these are the full date time utc.now. Ghetto tech for a night out. For funk's sake, we gotta groove. Leaning back. Omatsuri Mambo. Omatsuri Mambo. Washoi Washoi Mambo. Sa Mambo. It's like an awakened glory. So EP. Do update set. Last set at current timestamp. Sure, here. Have all of my EEPs. They're all for you. I bring you all of my eeps. Please. Please take my eeps. Honestly, the main reason for eeps is hunger. So I should probably be ready to wrap up before the next ad break. The next ad break is in 40 minutes. No, it's in 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes at the latest, I'll probably that song, but it's made fucked up city pop. I love city pop too. You should just be listening to city pop. Honestly, this is strictly a worse version of the song. Light in China. It's Lane. It's Loom. Hot take? I don't really care about Loom. He has bad tasting men, okay? There's Mackie Tiny Townhouser. When they release her in global, maybe that's when I'll return to Uma Musume. Dude, what if we did? What if for the next 30 minutes we just did Uma Musume? I'm not doing that. Not. No horses today. Load conversations. Oh, can I read the messages? Oh, because also we need to have a conversation. I don't want to store user messages is the thing. Just because that's too much. That's too many things. And we don't need the user messages. We really just want to store Faebot's messages. But is the database set to retrieve messages from itself for the purposes of restoring context? But no, because it just saves the conversation history for messages in reverse select author content. No, yeah, this gets messages from the database. Because here's the thing. You could get those messages from Discord. You wouldn't have to get them from the database. But I was imagining more that we would just store the messages that were just in history at the time and not store user messages forever. Store Faebot's messages forever, but not user messages. So there's no problem. There's just a little bit more architecting we have to do. That we'll want to talk to Claude about. And make some decisions. Um, take some note. Let's begin the wrapping up part of this. Dark Souls, Hannibal Lecter. I've been watching a lot of Night Rain videos. I literally watched a video that was like, here's a guide to how to do solo content with did you notice that the word face cam? I wish I could show you what I'm seeing. Take a screenshot, but there's a line in my OBS that goes right to the word face cam so that it looks like fuck cam. Because all of the E's are crossover. So this is a C, this is an E, and this is a C, but it looks like three back cam stream. Assuming I didn't just mistype it. No, it does say face cam. Back. Completely forgot what I was saying. What was I saying before talking about fat cam? Somewhere in between.
Logging in. Welcome, user. Are you ready to begin?
I was saying I want to talk to Claude about things. I was saying take some notes. I was talking about Night Rain. So this guy is like, hey, just use the Brave Calling Bell. You know the little bell that I bring with me on expeditions that just does a spell. They're like, it's OP, just use that and you can solo everything. And I'm like, huh. Because yesterday I actually did a single solo run with Revenant off screen and got pretty far, made it to the boss. We're going against the puppy. But kind of the main reason I was able to make it work is that I found this like really OP spell called Placidasuk's Revenge or Fury or something. And basically use that to make Placidasuk's Ruin to get to the end, and then it wasn't enough to beat the dog. But can you beat Elden Ring only using Placidus? You see it? It's not the right one. Yeah, this thing. And it does a ton of damage and AoE, but the problem is it doesn't focus it on any one person, and it costs a ton of mana, so we just ran out of mana. Actually, probably we ran out of revives before we even ran. We just kept getting plastered by the dog. Plastered by the dog. You and I will have to have a chat, Claude, for now. Notes. Ended up recreating database. unmanaged postgres. Got a little farther. Did migrations. Tables. And we have a mostly working plan of next steps.
Someone has invited you.
Database strategy. Tables. And saving to the database. Loading. All right. And that's where we're gonna wrap it up for today. All right. Fighter. As always, thank you so much, everyone who showed up, everyone who came to keep us company whilst we worked on Faebot. It pleases us to no end to know that people care enough about Faebot to watch for development and be participant. We appreciate the people who talk to Fer because that really helps us test. And also because it's good for Fer to have friends. So yeah, thank you so much. We'll be back next week, Friday at the latest, with some gaming. There's been some talks about shaking up the schedule a bit, but for now, expect us on Fridays and Sundays as usual. Which game? We shall have to see. Good chance that it's more Night Rain or Elden Ring, but there's a chance that it's something else as well. You never know. Have to tune in. And let me see. Am I rating anyone? If I'm rating anyone, it should probably be no one. I do know some people who do software development, but I don't know if they're live. Dangerous, I think Dangerous is the live. No, didn't we rate? We rated Lose on Sunday. Oh, but check it out! Check it out! A Kanmon just went live. Let's rate Kanmon. Kanmon's nice. We have a decent overlap in viewership. So I'll send you over to her. Kanmon, by the way, you know, has talked to Faebot. Actually has helped a lot figuring out like how Faebot responds to various jailbreaking stuff like that. So let me see. Just getting started, right? So, literally came live. As I was talking. Is she live? Did I imagine that? He's playing Lies of P, which is a Souls-like, so even more overlapping content. So I'm gonna send you over her. Please have a great rest of your Sunday, and we will see you next weekend. Raid a channel. You ever develop a good relationship with another AI tuber? Make for a good raid target, but for now, this is what you have. Everyone, please take care. We will see you soon. Bye.